Hello everyone, this is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are doing a top 10 list. This is going to be the top 10 light games.
And I'm very excited for this because we have done this list before.
Yes.
And I thought that was very recently. My taste is probably exactly the same. So why should we make this list? And spoiler alert, it's very different.
Yes, mine as well is very different. If you go back and watch that after seeing this, you're going to see it's a very different list. It's been a few years, I think like 4.
Yeah.
Because time is flying. We've done this for a while now. It's interesting because I like doing this. I enjoy light games like this because many people think that we only like the heavy games, but we don't. But mostly I do. But the thing for me, we have a couple of rules for when we made this list, the top 10 light games. I don't know if we had the same rule last time, but it was not overflowing for that reason. There's
fair.
no trick-taking games, mostly because there's so many of them, and most of them would be categorized as a light game.
Yes.
And also no party games.
Yeah, I thought that was a very good rule.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming up with it because I'd like to make a party game list. We made one before, yes. And also we probably want to make a trick taker list when we played more trick takers. So it's fun to get just a game list without those two categories in it.
Yeah, to make it more interesting and also, but you know that, so those are not going to be here. So this is our top 10 light games, except those games. So are you ready to jump in?
Yes.
It's going to be a fun ride. Yes, I'm going to talk a bit about, maybe I will, I don't know. There's very light games on my list.
We don't know what each other's lists are,
Do you
as
think
usual.
there's going to be many crossovers on this one?
Some.
Yes.
I think at least 4 of mine is going to be on yours.
I'm guessing 5 then.
5?
Yes, just to be more. I was saying 6, but there's no reason to do that because I'm going to win if it's more.
Also, I have set, I think you did too, a cap on a rating of 2 on Board Game Geek.
Yeah, everything under 2 is considered a light game on BGG, but it's that and also my feeling of it.
Yes.
So if there's a game that's 1.9, it doesn't feel light enough. So yeah, I have a pretty light list. It's going to be interesting. Do you want to begin?
Yes, my number 10 is Baron Park. And this was on my list last time too, one of the few. And Baron Park is a wonderful spatial puzzle where you are building these tetramino pieces of different attractions and bears into your Baron Park. And what I think is really cool is that the symbols that you place on top of dictates what will be available for you to place next round, which I really, really think is a fantastic mechanism. And I haven't seen that in any other games.
I don't think so.
Like that.
Nope.
It's such a solid game.
My number 10 is a Android game called Welcome to / The Moon. I would like to go back and play more of The Moon.
I agree.
Because we really like that. I think it was your number 1 of the year when it came out.
Yeah, 2021. It's a long time ago suddenly.
Welcome to is a great game. Might be my favorite and game. And, right? Not just and. Might be my favorite and game. I really like and games. Those are my favorite. But this one is a clever one. You are drawing some cards and you're choosing to write on one of them. You're not on the cards, but on your board. And you're trying to fill in homes, trying to get the best homes in different categories, scoring points, and having fun.
Heaven and Nail is my favorite and game.
And, oh, yeah. That's top 10 games with and in the title.
I checked Welcome to the Moon because it's a game that I really enjoy, but that is placed a little above 2, so I didn't include it.
Nope.
But Welcome to ... is placed below 2.
That's correct.
So I'll allow it.
You should, because it's on my list.
My number 9 is Mysterium Park, and this is the faster, funner, easier version of Mysterium.
Non-party game version of Mysterium.
Oh, it is a party game.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say so.
Oh, I agree now. I can switch it out.
No,
I just forgot.
It's fine. That makes this fun.
Aw.
Yes.
I thought I had doubled and triple
Sunniva's
checked
top
them
9
all.
games that are
Let me see if there's more party games on this list.
It's a great game to talk about because it's a very good game.
It is a great game.
I want to have it on the list, but
It is a party. I agree.
Yes.
But that's my mistake. In Mysterium Park, one person is like the ghost and is trying to communicate to the other players with pictures. And it's kind of like Dixit. In that you're trying to help it because it's a cooperative game. You're trying to help each other figure out the clues that Ghost is giving to help you find out where the murder happened and who's the culprit.
Yes.
And it's absolutely a party game.
And it's a very fun one. My next one is also a party game. It is Exploding Kittens. No, it's not. It is a very light game. Like this is one that I have played 100 times and it's called Lost Cities. This is like if you talk light game, this is a light game. And it's also fun. I played it quite recently and it is still quite fun. It's very much a push your luck game. There's a lot of luck in it, but it is just fun. It's a running kind of game. You are playing cards in order, in a color or different colors, and you're trying to have enough cards or like enough numbers. So like a 7 is worth 7 and a 1 is worth 1, but you have to play them in order. So a lot of this game is like, oh, should I play the 7 on my 4? Oh, yeah, I can't wait anymore. I'm going to do it. Oh, I drew a 5. That is like in that color. That is like the main feeling you get in this game. It's a very quick one. When we played it a lot, we always played like best of 3. A super cool game. I still really enjoy it, obviously, since it is on the list.
It is one of the games that I have on my phone and play the app version when I have some downtime, and it's really, really fun.
Not in games, because you give other people downtime in games.
That's true. My number 8 was also on my list last time, and it is a roll and write game, or a flip and write in this case, and it's Trails of Tucana. And this, I really like this one because you draw 2 cards and they are different terrains, and you're trying to make then paths between those 2 terrains on your island to connect to different things. And you are having like a halfway scoring, so you're trying to get as much stuff done before you go to the other half. And also you have these different goals that you are racing for. So I really like this game because you have this tension of saying, okay, you are really close to connecting these 2 symbols now. Should I try to make this before you, or should I then have my focus elsewhere? So sometimes in roll and write games or X and write games, I find that interaction between the players lacking, but in this game, I find it being a fun interaction.
You find it being there.
I find it being
It's not a very interactive game. It has something that you have to look for if you care about it enough. My next one is going to be a very small card game called Sea Salt and Paper. This is a very nice little game. You're trying to get the right symbols. You have some cards in your hand. You have some cards on the table. And you'll be playing cards. If you get 2 of the same, you can play them to get a bonus. But you're trying to keep some cards hidden in your hand. And then when you have X amount of points already, you can end the round. And you can end it in 2 ways, where you just like end it and say like it's done. Or you can end it in a way that everybody else gets another round. And if you still win, you will get like a bonus points. And then it's all about trying to get the most points. There's also a way to instantly win by having 4 mermaids, but that's never going to happen. But it's a fun one. It's a lot of luck, but a really enjoyable little game.
Yes. My number 7, I think is the heaviest game on this list.
Okay.
And it is Ireland and Sea Critters at War. It is placed below 2, so I'm not cheating, but this is not
1.99.
But this is not a game I could bring home to my family and play, mostly because it's a 2-player game.
Yes.
And it would be weird for the other people being there. But this is a game that I really enjoy, and it came such a surprise to me. Because it's like originally,
it is.
Yeah, it is a war game, but it's in the same category, I feel like, as Lost Cities, as you're trying to I feel like this is more strategically, more tactical.
100%.
But you have like these 3 battlefields, and you're trying to play your cards the most efficiently between these battlefields, so you have majority there. But the cool thing is that if you think that, okay, I'm losing, then I probably like to forfeit right away, so that the other player doesn't get too much points. So what you want to do is try to hide how good you are so that the other player thinks that, oh, I have a chance at winning this, so you win at the last moment and get the maximum points.
It's a really fun game. I want to play it more.
Yeah.
Next up for me is a game I played countless times as well. Not in the same category as Lost City. It's not 100, but maybe less than that. And it is Patchwork. Patchwork is always going to be fun. It's one that even though I am not the best at it, it is one that I will enjoy playing always. It's one that I'm guessing you also have the app of it on your phone.
Yep.
And it is just like pleasant every time. It's very straightforward. If you haven't played it, I recommend you do. You're drafting tiles, trying to place them on your little square. It's like a very simple, straightforward spatial puzzle. And you know we like spatial puzzles. So that is the reason it's on my list.
Yeah. My number...
Oh, you forgot it.
Yes, I did.
You forgot it.
My number 6 is For Sale. And this is a game with auctions in it. And then you might be like, Sunniva, don't you hate auctions? And normally I will say, yes, I do. But when it's this simple of a game and just fun and it's the whole thing, I'm inclined to accept it. And it has like a two-part auctions. So first off, you are trying to bid on like stay in the game to get all these properties. Yes. So if I like bid more than the previous player, I can stay in, but if I have to pass, I have to take the lowest value property. And every property that you collect, you use to bid in the second half of the game, which is like a blind bid. That you have like different amounts on the table and you see like, oh, this time it's a lot of things. You're going to bid a lot, everyone. I'm going to bid a very low number and like save my best properties for later. So it's a like two-parter and it's really fun.
It is a fantastic game. It's not my next one. My next one is a game that has been out for a while, but we only played it, I would say recently, might have been 2023 because time is flying very fast. And it's Fantasy Realms. This is a very fun game. It's all about making crazy combos with cards before the game ends. And you're going to have cards in your hand and you're trying to be like, okay, building the perfect hand. And sometimes I'm going to draw a card and then discard it because I get a better card in my combo now. And I'm trying to make the best combos available and scoring the most points. It's very straightforward. The scoring almost takes as long as the actual game, but it is very much like a fun one. I've never played it and only played once. I always played multiple times in a row, and it's one that it's like very simple to take out, but also a lot of fun.
I agree. My number 5.
Number 5
was on the list last time too.
Okay.
Yes, and I think it always will be on the list because it's just like when I think of light games, this instantly comes to mind, and it's Love Letter because it's so simple.
Okay.
You basically draw a card and you have a card already and you then have to discard one of the cards.
But is it fun?
It is fun. I really like Love Letter.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've played it a lot. I've played it to the point where I didn't want to play Love Letter.
You only want to play Love Letter Batman.
That's
right. That
right.
was your favorite.
Okay, I don't want to play Love Letter Batman. But Love Letter is just like such a simple game. And what I think is cool is that the card that you are discarding is the ability that you have to do. Or not everything is abilities, but mostly.
Yes.
And you want to sit with a high card on your hand, but you are also being in a position where people can guess at what you have. And if they guess correctly, you're out of the round. So you want to have like a card that is safe, but also high. Or like just eliminate all the other players.
It's a solid game. It's not just like, it's not one I would be like, oh, I have to play Love Letter.
I really like Love Letter.
It's good. My number 5 is not on your list, and it's High Society.
Yes.
High Society is a very good bidding game where you are trying to get the most artwork by not spending the most money. There's some cards that you don't want to win, so you're bidding to not get them. And then you're trying to like get the most value in your cards in front of you, as I said, without being the person who spent the most. That is basically the game. very straightforward. This list is very light for me, and I enjoy it.
There's so many cool games. Like
High Society.
Yeah. For example, my number 4, is it the first crossover? Yes, it is. It is Sea Salt and Paper. Crossover.
Over. Back again. Boom.
And as you said, it's a very, very, very small game.
Yes.
And it's also a very
Top
good
10
game.
very, very, very small games.
It has this tension like, okay, should I end it now? Because I think I have like the upper hand. But if I don't, maybe I should like draw just one more card and see if it's better.
Yeah. Okay, that was it. Yeah. My number 4 is the best version of King Domino called King Domino Origins. I think this is fantastic. I think this is what it should be. King Domino is great. King Domino Origins is just a little bit better because you can play the base game, which is like 99% King Domino, and then you can add some modules to make it more complicated. Like it's still very, very simple, but it is fun. If you haven't played King Domino, you're drafting tiles, placing them out in a little spatial puzzle, trying to score the most points possible by making big areas, but also making them scoreable by having these symbols on them. And that is the game. And it's fun.
It is.
It makes me happy.
My number 3 is King Domino Origins.
Almost
we have another
perfect crossover. Almost perfect crossover.
But not entirely. I agree with you. King Domino is a game that I didn't like too much in the beginning, but it has grown on me, and it's fun.
My number 3 is one that you might call a party game.
Okay. Is it Mysterium Parks?
Yes, that would be a lot of fun, actually. I think you might have had it and think about it as a party game.
Okay.
But I have reasons to not call it a party game.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hear the reasons.
I'm also agreeing that it's a party game.
Okay, what is it?
And it is Flip 7.
It is a party game.
Yeah,
I saw it, I'm just like, oh, it's a light game. No, it's a party game.
The thing about Flip 7 is that it's a what do you call it?
Absolutely a party game.
It's a blackjack.
Yeah.
And you can't call blackjack a party game.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the casino and play some party games.
But okay, which one would you rather bring to an actual party?
I would not go to a party.
Mysterium Parks?
No.
Or Flip 7?
But I would not go to a party.
I think that's fairly easy.
Yes.
Yes, it is a party game.
It is
But it's a great game.
It is in that
so talk about it.
Dark category.
No.
We've spoken about it so many times recently. You're flipping cards, trying to not get the same number again. There is some probability, so it's not like completely luck, but there's a lot of luck and a lot of fun. And people will be laughing and saying no, and saying
a lot of times.
Yay, and saying points for me, and saying I win. That's the reason I like it.
My number 2 is Acropolis, and this is also like a spatial puzzle game. We really like those.
We like spatial puzzles.
Those. But the reason I like Acropolis is that it's just like a snappy game.
Yes.
It goes like this.
15 minutes and you're done.
You have like three like pieces of the town to choose from, and you're also choosing from like what the other players does not get. Words.
Which is what all the drafting games are like. The thing I think you also get.
And it's different kind of scoring, so you're trying to be the best at scoring and building like different, like all the colors in the city has rules. It's different for scoring. I don't know.
There's different buildings, and they all have different conditions on how you score them.
Thank you.
And you can also play like A and B side. There's an expansion we haven't gotten, which I think we should because the game is great.
Yes.
My number 2 is a crossover, and it's called For Sale. Crossover time. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. Double crossover time. For Sale is great for all the reasons you said. I played it after you. I think it's the only board game of like one of very few board games you played before I played it.
Yeah, and 5 Towers.
Yes. And a couple more, but that's not the video. It is a really fun game, and it's just like we play it with so many different people, and everybody is loving that game. That's my number 2. Down to number 1. What can it be? I'm guessing it is
Cascadia. Cascadia.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a light game on Board Game Geek.
I would not call it a light game.
And I was just like, okay, it's on the edge.
Yes.
But it's
when you
really
see my list,
good.
you will not call it a light game.
But it's really good.
Yes.
And I thought like, okay, my family has played some games now, they could probably get Cascadia.
Which
not my
means
dad.
It's not
but
a light game because
no, it is. I will only bring light games home, and you know why? Because it's my family, and my dad doesn't want to play whatever game I set in front of him, so he's excluded from this.
So that's your number one?
Yes.
My number one is A Feast for Odin. It's a very light little game. Because I played it so many times. It's so simple. You just have 60,000
I was thinking now, because you gave me a lot of grief because I didn't include Castles of Burgundy on the dice list. Yeah. And I was thinking, now I'm going to just like put the best game on the list on top.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, I don't care. This is the best.
But Boom. Is it light? I don't know. My number one is Acropolis. It's a crossover. Acropolis over. It's great. It's fantastic for all the reasons you said. It is a superb game. And those are 10 games that we really like. That are light.
Crossovers did we get?
I thought it was just 4.
3.
Acropolis.
Yeah.
For Sale.
Yeah. Sea Salt and Paper.
Sea Salt and Paper.
King Domino Origins. Yes, 4.
So 4. You won.
Yes. Cool.
And that is why we do everything to win or lose. Thank you for watching. What is your favorite light games? Let us know. Also subscribe to the channel because it helps us a lot.
And also, is Cascadia a light game?
Yes. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for doing the video. We only had 1 party game each, which is great. Thank you. You're awesome. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.